Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel, Earth Angel Tarot. And in today's Isis Unveiled reading, we will be taking a look at the second quarter of the year for you, 2025, months April through June, to see what is in store. Okay. So these are the three cards that wanted to come out for this reading. So go ahead, take a look and see which one of these images calls out to you the most. And as usual, I will put the image up again for a couple more seconds so that you can see which one of these images you resonate with the most. All right. And whichever image that is, that will be the pile that will have messages in it for you. All right, my loves. So happy picking. Hello to those of you who chose pile number one. So this is your image. All right. And the message is a divine sisterhood. Okay. And it says, letting the divine feminine nourish you now into new relationships, collaborations, community, and friendships is very wise. There are many souls with whom you have spiritual contracts decided upon before you were born who wish to help you and whom you can help too as you grow together in peace and light and wisdom. All right, so that's divine sisterhood. And what I'm getting from this message, pal number one, is a sense of there being a lot of new connections being formed for you in the second quarter of the year. Okay, so some of you guys may find your community groups during this time. Some of you may find your social groups during this time. And some of you may make or put forth the effort to find these type of connections. Okay, so some of you may realize that there's a piece of the puzzle that's missing for you. All right, and so you may have vowed to yourself to put yourself out there more into social groups, social circumstances, social circles, anything that's going to allow for you to meet new people, form new bonds, and build new relationships. All right. And I do get that, some of you have that feeling, right? That you need to put yourself out there more, or that if you're studying something new or you're interested in, let's say, a new topic, you may find yourself connecting or trying to find the connections with the right people to help you go further with whatever it is that you're trying to pursue. All right, you may realize that there is some resources that's needed, okay, in order for you to help you go further. You're realizing that there is certain connections that are needed to be made. Certain, I can't get the word, but like when you're um, what's the word I'm trying to come up with? I can't get it. But when you make the connections with certain people who puts you in the right spotlight or gives you the right resources or the right tools that you need in order for you to gain more insight and more knowledge, you're looking to gain those type of connections going forward. All right, and so in the second quarter of the year, months April through June, this is going to be forming for you all. All right, and so that is the message that's coming through with that. And let's take a look and see what messages came out with your pre-pulled oracle cards. Okay, all right, and you guys have perfect fit. All right, and it says finding the right path, the fit with your soul, the ideal job. You're meant to be here. Yes, so this is definitely you guys looking for the perfect fit, pal number one. So you might be already in that process, right? You might already be in the process of looking for the ideal job, the ideal home, the ideal relationship, right? And so in the second quarter, this is looking like this is going to show up for you. All right, this connection that you make, whatever connection that may be, whatever group that you find that's going to help you to push forward, this is going to be the perfect fit for you. Okay, it's going to help you with your path forward. All right, it's going to help you to achieve whatever goals you have set forth to achieve. All right, so it's just all about finding the right community. Pile number one is what's coming through. It's going to be all about finding the right community, finding the right resources, finding the right people who's going to help motivate you and help push you forward. Okay. And in the second quarter, you will find this. And I'm getting like social organizations. All right. So some of you guys will probably be putting yourself in social organizations, all right, so social gatherings, social groups that's going to help you to move forward, all right, and it could be in a particular area of study that you are into, all right. So some of you may have recently picked up interest in a new study area, okay, something different, something new, and so it's going to be ideal for you to find the right group that's going to be the perfect fit for you to help you elaborate more on what this is, okay? And then you guys have star power. And it says, become an influence of the company and earn fame, popularity. Step into the spotlight. So not only is it going to be the perfect fit for you, pal number one, whatever this is, but you're also going to stand out. Okay, you're also going to stand out with what you bring to the table. All right, and I'm getting for some, this is going to be a career opportunity. This is going to be an advancement in a career space for you. All right. So if you all are currently, I'm getting some in a job or somewhere where you feel like you've outgrown it, and that you're not that in that it's no longer serving, its purpose and helping you to advance further, and you're going to be looking for something different. The second quarter is going to be the year where you're going to find that it factor for you. Okay, and this doesn't have to necessarily mean leaving a job completely. It could be just you applying for a different role in that company, you applying for a different position within the company, something that's going to be a little bit more forthcoming for you, something that's going to be a little bit more challenging for you and give you the push that you may be looking for. All right. And so if this resonates with you and you have been interested in seeking different career opportunities, this is going to be the time for you. All right. You will have the light shine on you. Okay. You will get the recognition that is deserved. All right. It's what is coming up for you. And within this new element of your company is where you're going to find the sisterhood or the brotherhood, right, that you've been looking for. Okay, so it's going to be the right people there to help you with the right connections. Okay, it's what I'm getting. All right, and then you guys have a fish tank, and it says auspicious prosperity. The seeds you planted in the past are now ready to bring prosperity. Yes, so this is going to be definitely an auspicious time for you. Pal number ones. The second quarter is going to be a very auspicious time for you to. I'm getting put your resume out there. Make your move, go for what you have been wanting to go for, the seeds that you've already planted in the past. All right, now it's the time for you to go ahead and watch those seeds grow, watch those seeds prosper, okay, and watch the abundance that it brings in for you. All right, so if you were kind of on the fence about whatever this is for you, pal number one, this is the green light for you to go ahead to pursue whatever you may have been planting the seeds for, but not necessarily 100% sure if it was it. Spirit is saying, yes, it is it, and it is going to be the perfect fit for you. And you will not only do well in this area, pal number one, but you will also stand out. Okay, stand out, put yourself out there, step into the spotlight, make yourself known, do whatever that you need to do in order to make sure that your voice is being heard, make sure that you're being seen, okay, not standing behind the spotlight anymore, but instead stepping into it, okay. Networking, the word finally came to me, right? And I was trying to figure out earlier, like, what was the word where you make the connections? Networking. All right. So the second quarter is gonna be the perfect time for you to network. All right. Networking is going to be very, very, very important for you in the second quarter, um, regardless of what it is that you're trying to do, regardless of what it is that you're trying to get off of the ground. Okay. A new a new spot within the company that you're in, a new business that you're trying to get off the ground, a new job completely. So I do feel this is definitely mostly career related. Whatever it is in that area that you're trying to pursue, the second quarter is going to be the perfect time for networking. All right. That's what's coming through strongly. And I couldn't get the word earlier. I couldn't put two and two together, and it finally came to me that networking is going to be the key for you. All right, it's going to help you find that divine sisterhood. It's going to help put you in the right place, in the right space at the right time. All right, and it's going to be people within a certain circle, a certain group, that's also going to help you to do that. All right, and then you guys have safe. All right, and it says secrets locked, guard. Guard what is valuable to you and don't give away your secrets. So what I'm getting from this, pal number one, is that this is not going to be meant to be shared with everyone. All right. So make sure all your ducks are in a row. All right. And that you're not sharing every bit of information with everyone, because not everyone has your best intentions. All right. So you don't have to share your whole plan with someone, right? Keep some things to yourself, is what's being said right now. Keep some things to yourself. Don't expose the full plan to everyone. All right, don't expose your 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 plans of action with everyone. All right, and what I'm getting with this right now is, like, for instance, if you are in a company, right, and you want to take it to the next level, and so you plan to apply for a positioning that's opening, right? There may be, for some of you, co-workers around you who would be jealous of that. All right, and they're not going to show it up front. They're not going to, broadcast it to you, so as to say you wouldn't know that they're jealous about the next move that you want to take. So just be mindful of who you're sharing information with in regards to what your plans are and moving forward. All right, it's what's coming through. Keep it guarded well. All right, keep your plans guarded well. All right, you have the safe here. All right, because the second quarter is going to be a very, very auspicious time for you to put your best foot forward. All right, but you don't want it to be sabotaged, okay, by someone because of jealousy. All right, and you may not know, you may be naive to this jealousy. All right, you may be naive to the fact that there's someone who won't be 100% keen with the idea of you trying to better yourself. All right, or for you having the confidence to even think that you can, say, for instance, apply for a certain position, right? They may feel like, oh, who does she or who does he think he is to think that he's qualified to even get that position, right? Not knowing all of the tricks that you have up your sleeve and all of the skills that you have in your bag, right? So they may be feeling like, how do you feel that you're capable of going for it? But your spirit team is saying definitely to go for it, but just be mindful of what information you are sharing with others at this time. Okay, so they want you to, I'm getting use a stealth, right? And move in silence when it comes to this, because you are more than qualified for whatever it is that you want to do with this star power coming up, as well as with the perfect fit coming up. You are more than qualified to do whatever it is that you might have your mind set out to do. And the second quarter is going to, so you may have already been planting seeds up to this point, but the second quarter is going to be the time for you to really move forward with this, pile number one. Okay. All right. And you guys have a reciprocation. All right. So definitely a Six of Pentacles type of energy. And it says, what you want wants you. Sow your seeds and your harvest will undoubtedly be bountiful and rewarding. Yes, this is double confirmation. All right. You have another card about sowing the seeds. All right. So some of you guys may have already been doing this. All right. With two cards specifying the sowing of the seeds. All right. So it's just letting you know whatever seeds that you have been planting, okay, or that you have planted, they are going to come to fruition and bring you harvest. All right. In the second quarter. Okay. So this is, I get in, this is the universe blessing you. All right. So you guys are going to be blessed by the universe. Is what's coming through with that. All right. Whatever this is going to be very, very rewarding. It is going to be the perfect fit for you, and you will be allowed to shine in this area. All right. You will be allowed to shine in this area. All right. So make sure that in the second quarter that you're doing all the right networking that you need to do to get to whatever this place is for you. All right. And the true divine connections are going to come once you get to this place. All right. But for in the meanwhile, I'm being drawn back to the safe. Just be mindful of who you're sharing what information with. Okay. As you move up this ladder. All right. As you try to move up this ladder towards success, be mindful of who you're sharing the plan with. Okay. All right. And then you guys have Owl. All right. And it says misfortune. And it says wanting to proceed with caution. Yes, this is perfect because this ties into the safeguard here. So I'm really feeling that there are people around you, pal, number one, who don't have your bad and your best interest. All right. Oh, and the other, let me see. So it also says, I didn't read the second part. It also says bad news or unpleasant rumors, right? So, yes, some of you guys have people around you in your inner circle, and I'm getting mostly, I'm picking up office vibes, right? I'm not picking up anything that's like family or outside friends. I'm mostly picking up like this office vibe type of energy, right? So that's why it's going to be very, very important for you, pal, number one, to be mindful of who you're sharing information with this misfortune card coming up. All right. It says unpleasant rumors, and it also tells you to proceed with caution, meaning that people can take what information you give to them and twist it around. All right. So let this message be a warning to you moving forward, especially I'm getting in your workplace to be mindful with what information you are sharing with others, especially when it comes to um, your your plans ahead. All right. Your goals ahead, especially if you're thinking of, applying for, I'm getting applying for a new position within a company. All right, be mindful. They're saying move in stealth and silence. It's coming through again. Move in stealth and silence with that. All right, and then you guys have chair with safety. And it says guest or new addition to the family and protection even in difficult times. Yes, I love this showing up because this is just saying that the universe has your back, right? So regardless of if someone trying to come through and sabotage, whatever plans you have for yourself, they won't prevail. Pile number one, they will not prevail. All right. But that doesn't mean for you to, let your guard down. All right, this is just saying that you are safe, and I love how you got safe and safety, right? You are, keep your secrets safe. All right, keep your plans safe, and your guardian angels, your ancestors, your spirit guides, they have your back. All right, they, and what I'm getting from this also is that they will expose to you, right? You'll get, I'm getting, you'll get like a gut feeling or a gut instinct about who this person is. So some of you may even feel that gut instinct right at this moment, right? As I'm doing this reading, you're like putting like those, that two and two together, like, oh, I think I might know who this person is, right? And so this is with the safety coming up, letting you know that your spirit team will always make you aware of these people, right? Through subtle signs, through gut instincts, through intuition, through feeling, right? They'll let you know who these people are. All right, and you guys have change. Number 9 with change. Yes, I love this showing up because this is saying that in the second quarter, pile number 1, when you put forth your effort, you do your networking, you decide to go for it, change is going to come about for you, right? And I love how it is a vehicle here, because the vehicle is all about transportation, right? Moving from one place to the next. So yeah, this is you guys moving office, right? Moving from one location to the next, maybe within the same if your company is like in one big building, you may move from one floor to the next floor, right? Maybe you went from like a small cubicle to now a bigger office space. All right, but either way, this is positive for you all, signifying that there is going to be change that is going to come about, especially when you decide to go for it. This is going to be, whatever scenario this is for you, pal number 1, it is going to be the perfect fit for you. And you are going to be allowed to showcase your truest ability with this star power card here, right? You're going to be there, people are going to be able to see you for what you're worth, right? What value you really bring to the company, what value you really bring, to whatever community this is. All right, whatever, what power you have, what assets you have to showcase, this is going to be the time to let that be seen. All right, and you guys have number 10 with journey. Yes, another card of movement. And some of you, you may be moving completely from a job, right? And not staying within the same company. You might be moving to from one company and leaving that company behind completely and moving on to another company altogether. All right. Or some of you, now you might have a longer commute within a company, right? So maybe you're moving spaces, right? To not even being in the same location. Now you might have to commute a little bit more. And I love the progression. All right, number 9 and number 10. So change that's going to lead to a journey, change that's going to lead to movement for you guys. All right. So then now let's see what oracle messages want to come out. So thank you, beautiful beloved Mother Goddess Isis. Can you please provide tarot messages for pile number 1 in regards to their second quarter? But yeah, this is very positive for you all. All right, your spirit team is saying to go for it. All right, you've been resting long enough with this 4 of Swords. You may have been contemplating. This is probably the period of time when you were contemplating and you were sowing those seeds and you were putting your plans and your ideas together on what is your next move. And now it's going to be in the second quarter, time for you to move forward. All right, Temperance. Things finally coming into balance for you. Things finally coming into alignment for you. I love what this Temperance coming up here. I feel like being at peace. This change is going to allow you to be at peace. It's going to allow for you to have a good, I'm getting good work, personal life balance. All right. So whereas you may not have had that in the previous, or in the, let's just say, the current position that you're in now, there's not enough work, personal life balance there for you. This new opportunity is going to bring that about. All right. It's definitely going to bring about some positive change. All right, some positive change. And maybe with this journey card also being here, you may even be allowed to travel more, right? With the new change, you may be able to travel more because number one, you'll get, let's just say, more vacation time. Number two, you'll definitely get more of a pay raise, more of a pay increase. And it'll also provide you just like more stability overall, right? And we have the Empress card coming up here. All right. And this is, I feel like, tying in with your star power. You being able to, you seeing what you were able to manifest, right? And you just feeling so positive and so good about what you were able to manifest, right? Looking back on it, I feel like in a year from now, you'll look back on it and be like, man, I did that. You know, like I really manifested this. I really took the chance and took that leap of faith and went for it. And you're going to realize how much of a creative ability that you have, how much of a manifestation ability that you have. And then from there, you'll feel like, you know, sky's the limit. You're going to feel like, you know, if I was able to manifest this, I feel like this is a dream thing for you. If you were able to manifest this, why can't you manifest anything else? And I love this just popped out in reverse. The Five of Cups, hardships and hard times being over with for you guys, right? Where it felt like things weren't moving before, things finally turning around for you. All right, things finally turning around for you, and you being able to get out of stuck, stagnant energy, right? You finally being able to see what the seeds you have planted, see what harvest they bring in for you. All right, and this is all happening for you in quarter number two. Okay, the second quarter, April through June. And some of you may know exactly what this is, and this reading is going to be a push for you to go ahead and move forward. But I'm being told again to be mindful of who you're sharing information with so that they don't take what you give them and manipulate it and twist it around in a way to where it can be harmful for you and cause misfortune. All right, but either way, your spirit team, they have your back. Your angels, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your ancestors, they have your back. Okay, but they do want you to do your due diligence and make sure that you're moving through, once again, with stealth and silence. All right, and you are going to find the right connections that's going to lead you to where you're trying to go. Pile number one. All right, so my lovelies, that has been your reading. Really hope you enjoy. If so, please be sure to hit the like button as well as to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, my lovelies, take care and bye bye. Hello to those of you who chose pile number two. So this is your image. All right, you got the Merkaba here, and the message is Chariots of Ascension, Merkaba. All right, and it says a spiritual practice has come or is soon coming to your attention that will help your soul journey. Take your time to develop and practice your chosen spiritual discipline regularly. This will help you grow in power and grace, anchoring the spiritual light within the body of your soul. All right. So definitely a time, how number two of I'm getting spiritual clarity. All right. The second quarter for you all is going to bring a time of spiritual clarity. All right. So some of you may have already been on a spiritual journey, on a spiritual path. And in this second quarter that's coming up, you are going to experience more advancement in this area. Okay, it's what's coming through. I'm getting some of you are going to begin to take your practices more seriously. Okay, you're going to really get to a place where you're wanting to develop more spiritually. All right, so you're going to start, if you haven't already started, which I feel like most of you have, but in the second quarter, you're definitely going to start putting more things into play and more things into action that's going to allow for an even stronger spiritual development. All right. So some of you may even take spiritual classes. Some of you may create a schedule within your week that's going to allow you more time to devote to these spiritual practices. Either way, you guys are becoming more in tune with self. I'm getting all right in the second quarter, taking things more seriously when it comes to your soul's journey. All right, your soul's purpose, your soul's path. All right, just really becoming more aligned with the universe. All right. And some of you may be already feeling that. Like you feel this tug, you feel this pull, pulling you more and more towards this. All right. And in the second quarter, you can look forward to those experiences deepening even more for you guys. All right. So that's the message that's coming through with that. But let's see what pre-pull oracle messages you guys have in regards to the second quarter. All right. And you guys, look at this. You have wisdom. All right. Definitely a card of, in my opinion, soul ascension, right? Becoming more enlightened. All right. And the message is insight into the nature of physical objects gives you foresight. Use your best judgment. All right. And I'm getting with this is that you guys are definitely going to be opening yourself up more to receive, all right, this inherent wisdom that you already have within you. All right. Learning to trust your intuition, learning to use better judgment, okay, in situations and circumstances. This soul deepening journey that you all may already be on or that you're going to be going into is going to bring a lot of insight and clarity around your situation and your circumstances. You're going to become a lot more enlightened. Okay. And I'm getting a lot more enlightened in regards to who's for you and who's not. All right. And not just in the sense of people, but also places or situations or jobs or friends, anything that's in your inner circle. I feel like in the second quarter, those things or those people that's not for you, they will begin to fade away. They will begin to fall off. And this is all going to be in due part to you using your own discernment. Okay, you becoming more in tune with your spiritual self. Okay, the spiritual side of self, that's going to help you use your best judgment in a lot of different scenarios. All right. And look at this, we have fast changes. Yeah, like I said, things are going to start falling off, pal number two. So don't be surprised, when, people who you were once friends with, you realize they no longer fit, with what you're trying to do, jobs, situations. Like there's going to be fast changes. All right. And the card says things happen suddenly in a short period in a hurry. Take bold steps forward. All right. And this is all going to be pal number two, for the betterment of you, right? And I feel like with this fast changes, there's going to be a lot of exposure coming through. All right, a lot of exposure that's going to come through that's going to help you to wean off of people, places, or circumstances that are not for you. All right, and I feel like the more you become in tune with your spiritual side or with your spiritual self, the more things are going to click, right? The more things are going to click. And this is where this fast changes is going to come in. Like you might just start to do things like very spontaneously, right? Very or spur of the moment, right? You might just start to get these epiphanies where it's just like you know what to do. All right, you know what to do in order to make the changes that you want to make, or the changes that you want to happen. It's gonna all start to click, and these epiphanies are gonna start to come through for you. And you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I see what it is that I have to do. I have to do X, Y, and Z, right? And it'll be so sudden you won't even recognize like where it's all coming from. But let me be here to tell you that it's all gonna be coming from source. All right, especially when you begin to make that connection with yourself. All right, it's definitely going to give you the insight and clarity you need to move forward. All right, and you guys have craft room, and it says creativity, talent, vision. Let your full expression flow freely and open the gateway to creation. All right. And so this is, I'm also getting like with this craft room showing up, is that some of you, you do have this spiritual clarity that you're going to get. It's going to bring about a vision of something that you've been wanting to do for a long time, and you may have put it on the back burner, or you may have just completely forgotten about it altogether, right? And so the more you get back in tune with self in the second quarter, this vision is going to come back to the forefront so that you can begin to work on whatever it is that you put to the side, or whatever it is that you forgot about, right? That's, I feel I'm getting that this is about to come back to the forefront. And some of you may have forgotten about it, but you know what this is. Whatever it is, it's about to come back to the forefront. All right. And I'm keep getting with fast changes. You guys are about to get a lot of epiphanies. All right. The more you get in tune with your spiritual self, you guys are about to start receiving a lot of downloads. All right, in regards to these visions that you've had once before. All right, and you may have, forgot about it or put it away, right? You guys, this is about to come back front and center for you for whatever it is. And you lost touch with it because you weren't spiritually attuned, you weren't spiritually aligned, right? You may have had a lot on your plate, your emotions may have been unbalanced, your mental state may have felt unbalanced. So it was just like a lot going on. And in the second quarter, you were going to make the decision to pull it together. All right, you're going to make the decision to pull it together, get yourself together, get more in tune spiritually, get more aligned spiritually. And once you do that, once you allow yourself the space for that, pal number two, this is when that alignment is going to work in your favor. And those downloads are going to come through, these epiphanies are going to come through, and you're going to be able to use that inherent wisdom that you've always had in order to help you to use your best judgment with whatever it is that you had a vision for, that you had a talent for. Whatever you an area, something that you were once creative around, but you kind of lost focus or you lost touch. All right, the clearing of the mental space and the emotional space, it's going to allow you to take back your spiritual power, where you have that inherent wisdom to help you with whatever this is for the craft room. All right, and then you guys also have nursery room, and it says children, play, fun, birth. Tap into your inner child's wisdom to navigate adult challenges. Look at this. This also talks about wisdom, right? And that's why I say inherent wisdom, meaning that it's already there. All right. And with this card saying your inner child's wisdom, this has always been a part of you, but you've lost touch with it. Okay, you've lost touch with it, and now it's time for you to tap into that inner child wisdom to be able to navigate any adult challenges that you may be currently going through. Right now there's a blockage from that connection between you and source, and you and spiritual understanding, and you and spiritual enlightenment, because of all of the adult challenges. So this is why that needs to be put to the side, so that you can make the proper connection in order to be aligned with whatever this craft room is. Because I feel like some of you really have the urge to do something creative. You really have had a vision on where you see yourself going, what you want to do, but I feel like you kind of lost sight and lost touch of it due to adult challenges. All right, so now it's time to make that spiritual connection again, okay? And in the second quarter, this is going to be the thing for you to do, make that spiritual connection again. All right, so that these downloads can begin to come through for you, and you can see things with a more sense of clarity. All right. And I actually did a healing your inner child reading. I think that was last week. So I will link that in this down in the info section of this video. So for some of you who you may feel drawn to go back and watch that video, you can see what part of your inner child needs to be healed in order to let your inherent wisdom come through and help you with these adult challenges. All right. All right. And you guys have instinct. All right. And it says trust and follow your instincts. There's no need to think it over or get another opinion. You know, yes. This is inherent wisdom. When it says you know, you already have the answers. POW number 2, but there may be some blockages there. I'm not going to say there may be, there is some blockages there. All right, there's some adult challenges, adult blockages there. All right, but when you open yourself up to be more at peace, more in tune with your spiritual side, okay, getting in tune with self, this is when you're able to mostly follow those gut instincts, right? When this is perfect with the fast changes, you're able to get those downloads, right? You're able to get those epiphanies, right? And this is from being able to trust your instincts, all right? But right now there's not a connection for you to be able to do so. So in the second quarter, you want to make sure that you're doing those things that's going to help you to align to the spiritual self, all right? Practices of meditation, practices of just sitting in stillness and silence for moments at a time, right? And really listening to that inner child, that inner self, that inner knowing, all right? So that you can know what your next steps are. All right. Definitely going to be a time for you all in the second quarter of the month, April through June, to develop and practice a more spiritual aspect of self. All right. Guided meditations. All right. Like I say, walks in nature. All right. Moments of silence. Because, in this world of noisiness, right, it feels like it's always something going on. And a lot of times we don't provide enough time to ourselves to hear what our inner knowing has to tell us, to hear what guidance they have for us and being able to move forward. So I feel like in the second quarter, you guys will make it a mission to do your due diligence and allowing yourself some type of routine that's going to help you get more spiritually attuned and aligned. All right. Oh my gosh, guys. You all have ego with vision. I love when like these readings are so like synchronized, right? And just like they align perfectly. Okay. And this is what this craft room was saying. Like, and I was saying, like, some of you guys have a vision towards something, but you're not able to quite make that connection quite yet. You've had it before, but you lost track of it. All right. Second quarter, it's time for you to regain that vision. All right. The card says strength and higher consciousness and realization of dreams and luxury of living. All right. Yes, this is a time, especially with this strength and higher consciousness. You, of course, like I was just saying, like when you have that moment to sit in silence and stillness, you hear that inner knowing, and that inner knowing is your higher consciousness. All right. And so your higher consciousness is there to give you the vision, all right, on where you're trying to go. All right. They're there to be that guide for you. All right. They're there to point out things that you don't see or that you can't see. They're there to give you the strength to persevere and move forward. All right. So this is definitely, you making the choice to align with self. All right. And remove the clutter from yourself, especially I'm getting emotionally and I'm physically is coming through too. Emotional, physically, mentally, just removing all of that overload. All right. I'm getting Four of Swords energy coming up here. And just having that moment of stillness and rest, pause and rest, so that you can regain, all right, regain focus, all right, and come back. Look at this with rebirth. All right, so we have Bat with rebirth, and it says productive, busy phase transformation and personal growth and change. Yes, this is what the second quarter is all about for you. PAL number 2, personal growth and change. All right. Recognizing and realizing those problem areas in your life so that you can address them. All right. So that you can become realigned again. All right. You're not aligned as you were. All right. And this is why whatever vision you had, whatever talent you possess, whatever creativity you have, this is why those things have been kind of pushed off to the side because you haven't had that proper alignment. All right. But this phase 2 or quarter 2, phase 2, for you, right, is a part of a rebirth. All right. Getting yourself, I'm getting aligning your chakras. All right. Some of you guys need your chakras to be aligned. Some of them are um, over. So you have some people who they're overactive and some are underactive, but they need to be realigned. All right. You guys need a whole new woo-sa moment is what I'm getting for this second quarter. All right. A realignment, a woo-sa moment. All right. And you guys have high honor coming up here. And with this, I'm getting that you guys have more than the ability needed to pursue whatever it is that you want to pursue. All right, because I'm tying these two in together now. Wisdom and high honor. You guys come from, like, this is imprinted in your soul's DNA. All right, you have a strong soul, you have a strong character, you have more, like I say, more than enough when it comes to being successful, moving forward, doing whatever it is that you seek out to do. You have more than enough. High honor, your spirit team recognizes you in such a way. They have so much respect for you and they know what you're capable of. All right, so you need to make that alignment and that connection with them again. All right, because there has been lost touch so that they can help to push you forward. All right, and then you guys have lovers. All right, number 15 with lovers. And what I'm getting with this is just a union. All right, union. Being able to merge the 3D with the spiritual, right? Being able to nudge, to nudge, to merge the 3D, which is the spiritual, creating this ideal union, this ideal balance. All right. And for some of you also are being called, because this nursing room is next to the lover, some of you may be expecting children. Okay. Some of you may be expecting children or find out news about expecting children in the second quarter. Okay. Months between April and June. So some of you may get news and information around that. And that, of course, is not for everyone, but I was told to acknowledge this nursery room and lovers. All right. But for others of you, this is all about forming that perfect union. All right. Look at the doves here. And doves signifies spirituality as well as peace. All right. Forming that union of spirituality and peace. All right. So now let's see what tarot messages wants to come out for you all. So thank you, beautiful, beloved Mother Goddess Isis. Can you please provide tarot messages for PAL number 2 in regards to their second quarter of 2025, months April through June? All right, so yeah, PAL number 2, it is time to realign yourself. All right, you've been out of line. Yes, look at this, the High Priestess coming up. Yes, it is time to realign yourself, guys. Get back in tune, get back in focus with this High Priestess coming up so that you can trust your instincts, so you can listen to your intuition, so you can allow yourself to be, I'm getting elevated and guided, right, in the right direction. That's going to help you to make the right moves and make the right choices. All right. So yeah, that is definitely going to be what is important for you. Look at this. We have death. Yes, death coming up. Another card of transformation, rebirth, clean slate, guys. pile number 2. You guys are going through a clean slate, starting fresh, rebirth here, right? Giving yourself a fresh opportunity. All right, allow yourself to be reborn again with that spiritual alignment. All right, especially with the high priestess in the death. Yes, 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 yes. Talk about strong transformations, strong spiritual connection, guys. Six of Cups, inner child. Yes, yes, yes. Letting that inner child out, guys. Letting the inner child out, just as this nursery room card stated. Tap into your inner child's wisdom. The Six of Cups, this for me is you being in tune with that inner child. I'm going to link my previous video, Healing Your Inner Child. For those of you who feel called to go and watch that video, definitely do so. All right, because the part of your transformation involves healing the inner child. All right, healing the inner child, because that is part of where your blockages are coming in at. Because a lot of inner child woundings, guys, they stem, or they are, I should say, kept in the subconscious memory, kept in the subconscious mind, meaning we don't really know that they have an effect on us, but they do. And they have an effect on us during our adult stages, all right, bringing about those adult challenges that essentially is attached to inner child woundings, all right. Ace of Pentacles. Yes, abundance, new abundant opportunities, new prosperity. This is what's going to happen when you guys realign. Pile number 2. This is what's going to happen for you all when you realign yourself. All right. Ace of Pentacles, bringing in all the abundance and the prosperity that can be brought in. All right. Given, because you're going to allow yourself to have the vision that you need to move forward. It's been there, but right now it's clouded. All right. It's clouded and you can't see the full picture, how it needs to be seen in order to move forward. All right. And so once you allow yourself to clear that, clear your emotional space, your mental space, right? Get that spiritual alignment thing going on, those spiritual practices needed in order to do so. This is when the fast changes come in. All right. All those downloads, all those epiphanies, all those just knowing moments. Okay. This is when that comes through for you. All right. And brings you a bunch of abundance and prosperity. And this is tapped into you healing part of your inner child. This is a blockage for you guys with the Six of Cups coming here. This is a blockage. So I highly recommend to watch my Healing Your Inner Child video and see what messages you can get from that reading. Okay, that will help you with this reading. All right. So that is all I have for you, my beautiful pal number 2. Really hope you enjoy. If so, please be sure to hit the like button as well as to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, my lovelies, take care and bye-bye. Hello to those of you who chose pal number 3. So this is your image. All right, and the message is the Lunar Queen. All right, and it says, there is a deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles of rest and replenishment as essential to balance our actions of power and demonstration. You are asked to allow this replenishment for yourself now, trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that is about to shift into a new phase. Release and enjoy the process without having to control or force it. All right, the Lunar Queen. All right, so what I'm getting from this pal number 3, just as the card states, you guys are kind of in a cycle right now. I'm getting life cycle, all right, in regards to something that you want to do, okay, or something that is meant to come into fruition. I'm picking up the Four of Swords energy, where this may be a period of rest and rejuvenation for you. All right. And so you have to, your challenge or your call to action, PAL number 3, is going to recognize when not to force things and to kind of just allow them to be, allow them to come into fruition as the divine sees fit. All right. Whatever it's meant for you will never pass you up or pass you by. Okay. It's what they want you to know. All right. So don't, they're saying don't burn yourself out in the process. All right. So, quarter 2 or second quarter months, April through June, may be a period for you guys to kind of take a step, not a step back, you know, you're not stepping backwards, but take a seat, all right, and just allow for things to kind of pan out the way they are intended to pan out. All right. So I'm getting that this could go two ways. All right. So there are some of you have who have been really pushing yourself to the limits, right? And so the second quarter is going to be a phase or period for you to kind of rest and rejuvenate, okay, and let spirit pick up from there. And for others of you, I'm getting that you haven't done enough. All right, you haven't done enough maybe in quarter 1, and so it's going to be the opposite for you in quarter 2, whereas you're going to be called to actually start to make moves. All right. So we'll take a look at the rest of the cards and see which one it's more leaning towards. But either way, it's going to be important for this power to recognize that things work in cycles. Okay. And so not ever overburden yourself or overwhelm yourself. All right. Because just as you're doing your part, spirit wants to be able to do their part as well. Okay. And that involves being here to assist. All right. So that is the message that's coming through with the Lunar Queen. Now we'll take a look at the pre-pulled oracle messages that I pulled for you guys to kind of see where this reading is headed in regards to your second quarter. All right. So we have opportunity. All right. And it says new job opportunities, change of workplace, or business trip. Change is coming just in time. Right. And the key words that I'm being called to for that card pile number 3 is just in time. All right. So this ties in perfectly with what the Lunar Queen card states. Try not to control things, try not to force things. With just in time, this just lets you know that there is always divine timing in everything that we do, right? Even when we don't recognize it or we don't want to acknowledge it, that does not stop it from being the case. All right. So for you all, there is an opportunity that's going to be coming through for you. Okay. And this may then allow for you to, if you've been like overdoing it or over, just really, I'm getting put a lot into whatever, because some of you may have already been going after this opportunity, right? So you've been putting a lot into it. And so in the second quarter, this is going to be the time for you to kind of just allow things to take its natural course. All right. Spirit is saying that you've put in the required steps. All right. So now let them come in and pick up where they want you to leave off. All right. And this opportunity I'm getting is going to be a big one for you. Okay. And as the card states, it's definitely something involving a job opportunity. All right. So some of you can be being promoted in the second half, not second half, the second quarter of the year, or some of you can even be changing jobs completely. All right. But the change that is coming, it may have been a long time in common for you all, at least you may have felt like that. But spirit is saying that it is in the right time. Okay. It will be the right timing for this. All right. And you guys have a duality. Okay. And it says, do not forget about the dual nature of people. Don't lose your vigilance. All right. And this is what I feel like too, like with this, the whole thing of cycles, right? Is that you have to realize, pile number 3, like the card says, don't lose your vigilance, right? So you're doing your part. Let's not forget about your part, of course, but your part is only going to take you so far. Okay, your part is only going to take you so far, and this is where the duality comes in, to where you're allowing spirit to work with you. All right, you're allowing spirit to come through and help you recognize that you don't have to overexert yourself in these situations where you're looking for new opportunities, or you're looking for change, or you're looking, to just for differences, right, in your life, different areas of your life. You don't have to overexert yourself for these type of changes. All right, the duality is speaking of letting spirit come through and aid, guide, and assist you with this. All right, as the card says, you are being asked to allow the replenishment for yourself now. All right. Don't get lost in the sauce. Don't lose sight or focus on what the main goal is, because you're just overly doing it, right? Um, Allow yourself to say, okay, I put in the work, I put in my intentions of what I want to happen, what I'm trying to manifest, and I've done my part. I've taken those steps to get there. But now let me allow for duality, and now let me allow for spirit to come in to help me with the rest of this, with the rest of whatever this is, okay, without feeling the need to have control over the situation 100%. All right, because there is an opportunity, and spirit is saying you've done your part. All right, and now let them do the rest. Right, you've done your due diligence, you've prepped for it, you put in the work, but don't burn yourself out. All right, it's what they're saying. All right, and then you guys have television, and it says entertainment pastime. Okay, and it says avoid taking any situation right now too seriously. Have fun. Yes, take the load off. Pal number 3. This is what your spirit team wants you to do in the second quarter. Take the load off. This opportunity is going to be there for you, and you've done what you've needed to do. All right. And what it's saying, avoid taking any situation right now too seriously. I feel like you're uh, really invested, right? You're so invested in this that you're not allowing yourself to have that moment of breather, right? Taking your mind off of it, or not, always thinking about it, or not really pushing yourself to the limit, right? You've come to a place where your spirit team wants you to come to a place where now you could just take a breather and relax. Okay, find a pastime to do. Enjoy a favorite show on TV, or a movie, or something that's going to allow you to take your mind off what this is. Okay, and you guys have office room, and it says work, business, career. Okay, and it says focus on you, your development, your goals, and your career path. Yes, and I feel like this is what you guys have been doing, right? You guys have been, really dedicated to, I'm getting like for some of you, just like moving up somewhere in a company, right? Or just really um, putting your best foot forward so that you can be recognized, right? And so you maybe you're like going over and beyond with what's expected from you at work, because you want to stand out, you want this job promotion, you want them to recognize the potential that you have in this area, right? um so I'm getting very career oriented, this pal, very career oriented. And spirit is saying that what you have been doing is enough. All right, so not for not don't once feel like it has not been. All right, what you have been doing is enough, and now they want you to focus on you. All right, you focused on you in the aspects of where you want to take your career, in regards to taking it to the next level, but now they want you to be in a period of rest and rejuvenation. All right, you've done your part. I keep hearing the word overkill. Don't be an overkill in whatever the situation is, because there's also such a thing as too much attention not being the best attention, right? Because you could have them others look at you as if you're being like Miss Goody Two Shoes or the show off or the what do they call it, the teacher's pet, right? You don't want to draw that type of attention to what you're trying to do. All right, they want you to. You've done enough. Your spirit team is saying so. Now let them take care of the rest. All right, and then you guys have higher self. All right. And it says you are in alignment with your higher self, honing in your beauty and owning your uniqueness. So yeah, I definitely feel like this pal definitely has a sense of confidence. Okay, that is definitely there for you all. In a physical sense, right? In the 3D, in the physical world, you guys have a lot of um, confidence, right? You believe in your ability to do what you can do, which is part of the reason why you may push yourself so hard, right? And but in the second quarter, your spirit team is calling for you to now, because you have this connection with your higher self, trust in the process. All right, this is what's coming through. They want you to be able to trust in the process, pal. Number three, stop overthinking, stop overanalyzing, stop worrying. Okay, is what they're saying, and just recognize that all things are in divine timing. Okay, there is a cycle that flows throughout the universe as to how things manifest. All right. So they want you to be in tune more with self so that you can recognize that about self as well as about how the universe functions. All right. So you don't have to put on unnecessary stresses or unnecessary burdens to yourself. All right. And you guys have broom with improvements. And it says new home or new era in your life, great news in the near future. Yes, and this is all going to be in regards to this opportunity. Pal number three. And I feel like you guys, you know what this is, right? You know what this opportunity is that you've been striving for. All right. And with the improvement card coming up and also the opportunity card, like it is going to come. All right. But just as the improvement card says, it says in the near future. All right. And so this is why your spirit team wants you to take the burden off yourself of feeling anxious. All right. Feeling anxious about this. They're saying the goods are in the bag. Right. So it's like you've got this. All right. So now is a time for you to rest and rejuvenate. All right, so that you can stay aligned with not only this opportunity that's going to be coming in for you all, but with future opportunities um, overall, right? You don't want to be in that burnout phase, right? Where it's like you get this opportunity and now you don't know what to do with it because you've drained yourself of all of your resources or your potential, your energy, right? So they're saying save that for when the time comes, right? Save your energy, right? So it's going to be important in phase in part. I keep getting phase two, like this is phase two of your life, but in quarter two, it's going to be important for you to pick up a hobby, just enjoy some pastime, and put your mind at ease about whatever this is for you. All right, and then you have coins with a good gain. And it says lump sum of money is coming your way. Something good is about to enter your life. Yes. So this is confirmation, guys. So it's nothing to worry about in regards to what it is that you're trying to manifest. All right. There is a career opportunity coming in for you, and it is going to bring you good gain. Okay. It is going to be an improvement on your, I'm hearing financial situation, right? So it's going to be overall good news for you. All right. And like it's definitely, you have office room, you have career opportunity, new job opportunity. So it's definitely in that area of your life. But you've put in the footwork. Okay. They say you've put in the footwork. It's time to stop stressing about it. All right. And you guys have house here. All right. And so this could definitely lead to So what I just got is some of you need to, with the television in the house, some of you need to stay in the house more and enjoy free time, enjoy pastime, right? That was just a little funny thing that came through. Stay in the house more. All right. And then what I'm getting also with this is with the improvements in the house is that this good gain, this new opportunity is going to allow for those of you who have been wanting to move house, purchase your first home, purchase a new home, a bigger home. This opportunity that's coming in for you all is going to allow you to do that. Okay, it says good gain, so this is definitely going to be a significant increase. All right, this is definitely going to be a significant increase for you all. All right, and then we have marriage. All right, and I'm getting with this is that it's going to feel like the perfect union. Pal number 3, and look, this is even the number 3 on this card. All right. I feel like it's going to be the perfect union, this opportunity in yourself. All right. I'm even drawn being like it's part of your soul's calling. Well, let's just say it has always been aligned with your soul path, this opportunity. All right. And that's another reason why it was never meant to pass you up. So you don't have to be anxious about it because it is it's in the stars for you, it's in the cards for you. All right. So it was never meant to pass you up. So this is what I'm getting with this marriage is that it's going to be a divine union between you and whatever opportunity this is. Pile number 3. All right. So now let's see what tarot messages we have. So thank you, beautiful, beloved Mother Goddess Isis. Can you please provide pile number 3 tarot messages in regards to the second quarter months, April through June? All right. Yes, duality, higher self. Your spirit team wants you to learn to go with the flow. All right. And they want you to learn to trust the process. All right. You've got it in the bag. I keep hearing you've got it in the bag, pal number 3. All right. So for whatever this is for you all, oh my gosh, look at this King of Pentacles. You have got it in the bag. You have got it in the bag, pal number 3. So you do not have to overly worry about this situation. All right. Like I said, I felt like this pal, you have a great deal of confidence, okay, in the physical. But now it's time to work on gaining your spiritual confidence and knowing that what is meant for you will never pass you by, and those opportunities will always come in. Knight of Swords, right? You've been vigilant up to this point. All right. You've been vigilant up to this point. You've done what you needed to do. You've executed the plan, right? Because you had high hopes of this success with this Knight of Swords pointing towards the King of Pentacles, right? You've had high hope for this success, right? So you've been very vigilant. You've been very discerning on what needed to be done, but now you need to find a place for rest and rejuvenation with this Queen of Cups coming in. All right. You've been active physically, even mentally, right? Because the swords represents the mental space. But you haven't been, in the place where you are emotionally balanced, right? Because it's like you have so much going on in the outer world that you're not allowing that space for your inner world, right? And so this is what you're being called to do, is to acknowledge that space for your inner world, your emotions, your feelings, just needing that time to rest, rejuvenate, and relax, all right? And not feel like you have to be on a constant move or seeking constant validation, right? In your next steps, all right? So then in the second quarter, you're being called to become at ease. How number 3, you're being called to become at ease. All right, you've done your part. Let your spirit team do the rest. All right, let them do the rest. And they appreciate the fact that you have done your part. And this is why They want to reward you. This is why they want to reward you and allow for you to have time for yourself. All right. So you don't have to dedicate too much energy and time into constantly thinking about whatever this is. All right. They are here to answer the call, judgment. They are here to answer the call, okay, of what you have been seeking, what you have been going after, right? This is this coming into play. This is, the call being answered and you being given what you have been manifesting. All right, that union. This is a divine union, whatever this is. So it has always meant to be a part of your path. All right. And so they say the sooner you realize this about this, then the better off you will be. All right. You don't have to overly exert energy, time, dedication to something that's already in the cards for you. All right. They want you to take it easy, pound number 3 in the second quarter. All right. And watch how things manifest for you. All right. Watch how they come into fruition for you. All right. So, my lovely pound number 3, this is the reading I have for you. Really hope you enjoyed. If so, please be sure to hit the like button as well as to subscribe to the channel. And until next time, my lovelies, take care and bye bye.